So Christmas time is back once again, but so is, on the outskirts, the return of the transfer window, folks. Who are Manchester City looking at bringing in, and who could be leaving the Etihad for pastures new? We're going to take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another buy, keep or sell video. This time we're going to take a look at the Premier League champions, Manchester City, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button, keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Premier League related, world football related. We're going to all here under Warowski. We are going to take a look at the Premier League winners, Manchester City. Let's jump into the vortex now, shall we? So let's get it on with Donkey Kong, with Sergio Aguero. He ain't going anywhere. He's goal scorer and galore. I think he just signed a new deal recently to stay for another season or 2 years. Getting on a little bit, but he still scores bucket loads of goals. Got 9 goals this season. He's got a little bit of an injury. I won't say a little bit, but a bit of an injury to keep himself out. Scotty Carson is on the books, 33 years of age. Still got a couple of years left as a goalkeeper. He's just there for the quota, I think. They've got Edison between the sticks. They've also got matey boy Claudio Bravo as backup goalkeeper. And Scott Carson's there just in case. A very experienced goalkeeper that I think Rovers were looking at potentially in the summer, but he made the switch. He ain't going anywhere, just arrived. Next up we have Rodri, another young Spanish midfielder. One of the first teams on the sheet at the moment. He ain't going to go anywhere, forever present for Pep. So Rodri will remain, hotly arrived as well. Next up we have Riyad Mahrez, starting quite regularly as well for City these days. Very highly rated as well, really, or very rarely considered amongst the football world as a very good player. Not elite, but very world class. And he obviously got Premier League medal with Manchester City as well as Leicester City. Decent, very good player again, but he is getting on a little smidge. How old are you now? 28 years of age. Got probably 2 years left before you start packing your bags, maybe. Mahrez will go nowhere. Next up, we have another phenomenal one, Raheem Sterling. Again, the guys who are nailed on, we're not really going to talk about them too much because it's boring. Here we go. Here's an interesting one for you. Obviously, Phil Foden has been playing games. 8 games started for, or at least 8 games featured in this season, maybe 9. All in all, got 1 assist to his name. But I'm on the fence with him. I'm not saying he's got the talent. He will be a decent player, probably for Manchester City as well. But I fancy you should send him out on loan, Pep. You should send the kid out on loan. There's teams like a Newcastle United, that Southampton, like a West Ham, like a Wolves, or anybody, Crystal Palace, any team that will give him regular game time will give this lad the benefit of the doubt. He's not really had that ability or option. Let's get him out on loan. He's 19 years of age. A 6-month loan would do him an absolute breath of fresh air. Especially if you're not throwing him in the deep end now, don't piddle about. Don't piddle about with it. Either commit to it or don't, and send him out on loan. That's what I say. He is a very good prospect. So I'm not selling him. I'm just putting him on loan. So he's there on the loan side of things. Next up we have Alexander Zinchenko. I think he may be injured. Is he? He might not be injured. How old is he these days? He's 22 years of age. He's the face of Ukrainian football. 8 games, 6 starts. Again, he's decent. I wouldn't sell him at all. He's going to stay put and compete for that left back role, which is a soft spot or a nervy area for Manchester City at the moment. Next up, we have Nicolas Otamendi, 31-year-old Argentine defender. Defense is the area of weakness for Manchester City heading into this. I don't see him going anywhere either. I'll keep him. He's been one of the, obviously there's not really sport for choice at centre back, but he's played 11 times, 9 from the off. He's actually scored 2 goals as well with I don't know if it's scored with his head, but yeah. Next up we have Leroy Sané. Now this is a dubious one here. Now he was linked with Bayern in the summer. He's been out injured quite heavily. Is he ruled out for the season? I'm just going to get a word in my ear from the producer. He's expected to come back in the new year. But you know what? I've got a couple guys linked with departures. I'm leaning towards a Sané leave here. It would be a massive loss. I think he's still got a whole. He's one of the most explosive players in the world. But if you're not in the reckoning, and I know he's been out for the season, but there was rumours, and they probably should have. If they're hindsight, they probably could have sold him for like 80 million in the summer. This is just me going all out here. I'm saying Sané, could move, and if Bayern come back around again, they would probably snap him up, to be honest with you, with a big money move. So I'm going to put him down there. I might change my mind at the end of it once I've looked at my options who I'm bringing on in. Kyle Walker, getting 29 years of age. England international. You need the quota. He ain't going to go anywhere as well. Get a regular starter, 14 games this season. So Walker's going to go play it right back, centre back, wherever you like. Kevin De Bruyne, another one, going nowhere. He's staying put. Obviously one of the best players in the league. Then we have John Stones. Not the biggest fan of Stonesy boy. And I'm actually putting him on the scrap heap today. I'm going to put him on the scrap heap. I don't know who would come in for him, to be honest with you. He will stay. If I'm honest with you, he will stay. But I would like to see him go. I think he's punching above his weight a little bit. Everton was a good club for him. Manchester City, they want the world's best. And I don't think he's living up to that standard. He's still very young. What is he, 25 years of age? But yeah, at the 25, 26, 27-year-old mark, 28-year-old mark, you should be you're either in your prime or on the verge of it. And I don't think he's on the verge of it. There's quite a lot of errors in John Stones. He's only got 9 games, 8 starts. I'm looking to bring in some centre-backs for Manchester City anyway. Next up, we have Cancelo. Is he a new arrival as well? 6 games this season, 25-year-old Portuguese star. He ain't going anywhere as well. Recently arrived at the club anyway. Then we have Ike Gundogan, German international midfielder. He ain't going anywhere as well. 15 games, 11 starts for the champions. No questions, he ain't going to. Gabriel Jesus comes to have 5 goals in 8 starts, 14 games in total. Filling the void at the moment for Aguero, but he might have some competition on his heels if I have my way. Next up we have Fernandinho, getting on a little bit now, 34 years of age, 12 starts for him. Possibly last season, question mark. Maybe Rodri coming in to fill the void for him, and him handing over the mantle to Rodri this season. But he'll stay for the time being anyway. Ederson, one of the top goalkeepers in the Premier League, if not the best. Very wild, eccentric, but does the job. David Silva, I think again, is in his last season with Manchester City. He may retire permanently from the game at the end of the season, or he may go back to Spain, probably, or maybe even MLS. You never know. But he won't go anywhere in January, so he's staying put. Claudio Bravo, we talked about it. Good backup option, strong backup option as well. So you need that, especially if you compete at the top level. The other Silva, I was confused there. Bernardo Silva, 24 years of age, Portuguese star, rapid right winger. He ain't going anywhere. Then we have Benjamin Mendy. Just the 6 starts for him. What's his deal? There's some question marks about why he's not getting paid left back as well. That is the soft spot, or one of the soft spots. Him and Shevchenko competing for that at the moment, but they could have some competition up there on their hands. Then we have Aymeric Laporte, 4 starts for him. He's actually out at the moment. Could be back in time for the new year, February, something like that. But there's some dubiousness about him as well. But I'm going to keep him. I'm going to keep him for the time being. I'll flog off Stones. I'll keep Laporte. But you Manchester City boys might think otherwise than that. How old is he? How old is Laporte? 25 years of age. Same age as Stonesy boy. But yeah, who gets your vote? Who gets your vote? And then we have Matey boy. Who's this fella? Angelino, defender as well, left back. It's another left back. There's 3 left backs, and none of them are nailing down that spot. I'll just keep him on the books because I just don't think they would get rid of him. So now we're going to move on to the players that I'm thinking about bringing in. There's a few of them, about four of them or something like that. We're going to kick it all off with this fella, and that is a Barcelona defender, Samuel Umtiti. Cheeky. Centre-back option could fill the void for John Stones, or maybe another one. I've actually got a couple of centre-back options. You take your pick. So he could come on in and do a handsome job for the medium to long term. He's of a recent, decent age. But if you want more of a stopgap sort of thing, you could look at Vertonghen from Tottenham Hotspur. Obviously, Belgium. They like a good Belgian over in Manchester City, don't they? They got one already with De Bruyne, and they had a decent one last season with Company. But this guy could do a 6-month to a year contract or 18-month deal. and just provide some experience back there for you. And then we have a left back, or a left-sided player anyway. Definitely he can play at left back. It's Rafael Guerreiro, plays out in Dortmund in the Bundesliga. Been there for a few seasons now. Portuguese international. He could be that missing ticket for that left side of defence / midfield. You could also go Ben Chilwell, but I don't want to link too many of the same players in these buy, keep or sells to the clubs. So Ben Chilwell is a good option, a very good option as well, because he's British or English, and meeting the quota. If you get rid of one English player, or maybe two with Foden on there, you might want to reaffirm your English quota. So Chilwell could come in as well, but I've gone for Herrera on this bad boy. And then we're going to go for a striker again. With Aguero's injury, you pin too much hopes on him. With Zane going out, and maybe Stones going out, let's say you generate around about 100 million for that. I'm sure you could probably bring in 2 to 3 players on that, plus a little bit of oil money. You could bring in the clean sweep here. But I've gone for this fella, Lautaro Martinez. He plays his football out in Serie A for Inter Milan. He's a young Argentinian striker, 22 years of age. Could be the future of Argentine football. Once Aguero hangs up his, obviously Messi is the face, but he ain't getting younger. But Aguero is the goal scoring machine for Manchester City. They need somebody leading that line. Is Gabriel Jesus the man to do it? He's a bit hot cold for me. He can score like 6 goals in 2 games, and he'll go quiet for 6 of them. So you need someone who's banging the goals for fun. Obviously, there are links with Haaland, with a lot of top clubs, but I don't think he'll go with Manchester City just yet. I think Manchester City are considered one of the top clubs at the moment, so I don't think that is the step in the right direction for him. But anyway, that's my opinions of the Manchester City team, the players that we should keep, or they should keep. You do what you want with your team. And the players that you should maybe sell. Just the 3 guys, 2 on a permanent deal and 1 on loan. And then bring in a couple of guys as well. You maybe take 2 one of the centre-backs, the left-sided player, and Martinez up top. That's just my opinions. Give me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. We'll do it all again with another team tomorrow. But until then, give this video some loving. Make sure you smash that thumbs up and smash the subscribe if you're new. We've got new videos coming out every single day on the channel, whether it is a buy, keep or sell in the Premier League or something completely random, maybe a FIFA, Football Manager, whatever it is. Got it all here under one Ruski. I'll let you go. I'll do it all again very, very soon. Until then, enjoy your Christmas. Happy shopping, whether it's window shopping or not. Ciao. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.